Welcome to the Tech Ranch, where we explore the world of living with technology. Get ready to take a deep dive into the latest gadgets, apps, and innovations with your hosts, the guru of geek, Marlo Anderson, and his trusty co-host, Steve Bakken. Join us on this exciting journey, and don't forget to visit thetechranch.com for even more exclusive content. Now, without further ado, let's welcome Marlo and Steve to the Tech Ranch.
Welcome to the Tech Ranch. I'm Chris Van Deventer in for Marlo Anderson. Marlo was in Las Vegas this week for the 2025 CES convention, also known as the Consumer Electronics Show. Marlo has been interviewing people all week to showcase what is up and coming in technology. CES is one of the largest and most influential tech events in the world, attracting industry professionals, innovators, companies, and media from around the globe. The event serves as a platform for companies to showcase their latest products, technologies, and innovations that are shaping the future of consumer electronics. At CES, a wide range of technologies and products are showcased, reflecting the diverse and rapidly evolving tech landscape. Key areas typically include consumer electronics, smart home technology, automotive, wearables, virtual and augmented reality, AI and robotics, health and wellness, and sustainability and green tech. In this first interview, Marlo talks to Ken from Hover. They produce a self-flying drone that allows the user to take video while skiing, running, or cycling. Fun fact, Hover is the official flying camera of the U.S. ski team.
So, Ken, obviously drones are a big deal at CES. They're just a big deal everywhere now, aren't they? And, you know, we've moved from just a standardized drone that everybody uses, and now there's all these like niches. Mm-hmm. I think you guys have a very clever niche. So tell us about Hover.
Yeah, great. So this is not, we wouldn't call it a traditional drone. We call it as flying camera.
Okay.
And the biggest difference is that it actually can take off from your palm without any remote control or phone. And then it can recognize your face and follows you.
So I don't have to have it synced to my phone or whatever.
No, you don't need to. And if you want to download the, videos or photos afterwards, you can do it. But when you're using it, you don't need anything.
So I'm on a bike trail,
yeah,
right?
That's right.
I can just before I start riding my bike, I can just pull this out. Yep. And it'll follow me from that point.
Imagine you're in the, this is at the back of your jersey. You take it out and then you open it up.
Okay.
And press one button.
And now it will
take off. Yeah. So it will recognize your face.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
And take off.
So as soon as it recognizes your face, it actually goes airborne.
Yeah, that's right. And
now it'll follow you.
And it just follows you. And after you're done, you put your hand underneath it. It lands on your hand. As simple as that.
So what's the flight time on this?
It's 16 minutes of flight time.
Okay.
Yeah. So it follows
on a ski slope or whatever then.
Yeah, so it's it follows you up to 26 miles per hour with a burst to 32.
Okay.
So it should be good enough for, skiing and snowboarding or for cycling. Yeah. That's why we're the official flying camera for US ski and snowboard team and also for USA cycling team.
How long, is there a removable battery and how long does it take to charge that?
This is a removable battery. You can just take it off.
Okay.
And then you can plug it in. So it takes about 45 minutes to charge one and 60 minutes to charge two. So we have a charging hub. And we also have extra power case that give you additional 40 minutes of flight time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you had 3 batteries and you had a charging system along with you, you could always be airborne if you wanted to be.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. Like close to 90 minutes.
Okay.
So like in today's world, no one watches video more than 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's true.
So like 90 minutes should be far more than that.
Yep. Anything else about the Hover that is unique to it?
Yeah, so we have additional one that actually we just won it. It's not here. Here. So we won this innovation awards of Bakken.
It's amazing to me that you can just be carrying these drones around with you. Oh, it's somewhere on me.
So it's like very easy to put it in a pocket here.
Yes.
So this Bakken is very uniquely designed. So it's almost like tri-state DIY version.
Okay.
One, you can just turn it on. You can see all of the images from the cameras here. You can control it. You can call it back home. It flies back to you. It has a very special link. You can also even record your voice from the Bakken. So that's a very simple one. You can put it on your wristband or put it on the goggle, on the helmet, anywhere. And then you can, if you want to control you with one hand, you can do it here. We have the gesture controls, left, right, up, and down. So this is one-handed control, or you can have two-handed control. Sorry. Here, this way.
It's like Legos.
So this, you can control it this way.
Okay.
Or you can do, if you want to see a bigger screen, then you can even turn it over and tuck your phone on it. That can control with the full controller. So although we said like you don't need any remote control to fly the camera, but if you want, you can still have it. So that's, we give our users options to choose what they want to do.
I mean, if you're out biking and you bike by a lighthouse, for example, along the seashore, right?
Yeah,
you can actually deploy your drone then to go up and take some imagery of that.
Yeah, and that is like very simple, small items. You can put it back to your pocket very easily.
So, and 4K, I'm assuming?
Yeah, we have like, 8K. Next one is 2.7K. We got a Pro, which is 4K, and then this Pro Max is 8K.
What are the price points for this?
$300, $500, and this $700.
It's not actually that terrible. So,
yes.
Okay, very good. And they're available here in the United States?
Yeah. We're selling on our official store and Amazon.
Okay.
Yeah, so these are the 3 products. 3, 5, and 7.
Okay. And, I had another question that I forgot now. Thank goodness we have editors, right?
And then the other one is, we have this, obstacle detections. So this one doesn't have a sensor at the back. This one has a proximity sensor. This one has a computer vision sensor.
Okay.
So it's almost like a camera at the back of your car. So it sees what's at the back, and if it sees any obstacles, it will stop.
So there's collision avoidance.
Yeah, that's right.
Stuff.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Very nice.
Absolutely.
Anything else I'm missing?
No, I think that's pretty much it.
Okay. What your website is?
www.hovedair.com.
Okay, very good.
Mm-hmm.
For the Tech Ranch, I'm Marlo Anderson.
Marlo's next interview is with Target, the creators of an add-on scoring system for darts. This isn't your father's typical electronic dart game. It turns any standard dartboard into a smart board.
I know you love to play darts. I'm a big dart fan myself, but there's some challenges with darts, especially, when you're home by yourself. I have a feeling that James here has kind of an idea that you'll share with us here, and maybe I'm a little off here, but tell me what you have going on.
So darts is a game played all around the world. It's played professionally. There's big prize money involved right now. And we've been manufacturing darts for the last 20 years. What we've been doing recently is getting into taking darts into technology and into consumer electronics products, because we're all about innovation as a business. And with darts, if you think about it, it's the only sport you can play online without changing the fundamental rules of the game. So we've developed an online scoring system, a darts app, so that you can play from your own home, anywhere in the world with confidence.
So you live north of London.
Yeah.
I live in North Dakota in the United States. You and I could actually play against each other at any time we want to.
Yeah, we could see each other, we could talk to each other, and with the Omni scoring system, our darts would be picked up and put into the app, so we couldn't cheat either.
It's part of the game, isn't it? So,
You're listening to The Tech Ranch. I'm Chris Vandeventer. More with Marlo Anderson after the break.
Welcome back to the Tech Ranch. Let's get back to discovering the latest in technology with the guru of geek, Marlo Anderson.
Welcome back to the Tech Ranch. We're following Marlo as he tours the convention floor at CES in Las Vegas.
I know you love to play darts. I'm a big dart fan myself, but there's some challenges with darts, especially, when you're home by yourself. I have a feeling that James here has kind of an idea that you'll share with us here, and maybe I'm a little off here, but tell me what you have going on.
So darts is a game played all around the world. It's played professionally. There's big prize money involved right now. And we've been manufacturing darts for the last 20 years. What we've been doing recently is getting into taking darts into technology and into consumer electronics products, because we're all about innovation as a business. And with darts, if you think about it, it's the only sport you can play online without changing the fundamental rules of the game. So we've developed an online scoring system, a darts app, so that you can play from your own home, anyone, anywhere in the world with confidence.
So you live north of London.
Yeah.
I live in North Dakota in the United States. You and I could actually play against each other at any time we want to.
Yeah, we could see each other, we could talk to each other, and with the Omni scoring system, our darts would be picked up and put into the app, so we couldn't cheat either.
It's part of the game, isn't it? So James, you have a television right here. Does Target Darts, does it actually integrate with anybody's television?
Well, no, it's just plugged into the television through the tablet.
Gotcha.
So what we have is an app that you can download from the Play Store or the Apple Store. And this app's actually used by 500,000 people monthly. And with the app, this is what catches all your scores. So here you can see all the people we have playing online. We have 2,600 people playing online right now, 2,000 of whom are in a game. And we can go into live games and we can see, all of the different games that are currently being played. And these will be people all around the world. And you can see here from the flags, we've got some people from Switzerland, some Germans, some Brits, no one from the US, Scotland, Ireland. So all people from all around the world, they're all playing each other. And we could jump in here and watch their game right now if we so wished. But what we're going to show you is how the app works with the hardware products that we've got today. So here I'm going to start a game at home. So if I was playing at home, I could play against the Dartbot level 6, who I've yet to beat.
So Dartbot is pretty good.
Dartbot can be very, very good, or it can be very bad. It's up to you.
Okay.
So the Omni Auto scoring system is now activated. We start 501 as a tradition. It's the first person to check out, and you have to finish on a double. So it's waiting for a dart. So we'll go over and show you how the hardware works.
All right, let's do it.
So what we have here is your traditional dartboard setup, but with our new product, the Omni scoring system. And this magnetically attaches to the end of any dartboard. And what it is it's a light ring, which gives you really good light and shadow display. And it also has 4 cameras in the legs. And those cameras detect where your dart is in the dartboard. So that does your scoring for you. But not only that, it gives you statistics. When you play at home normally and you chalk more scores up, at the end of the game, you wipe that clean.
Right.
Whereas with the app, it captures all of that data.
So you have like your own profile and you can build out, after you've played 30 games, you might start to see that maybe you throw a lot of doubles for 20s or whatever, right? You get that profile.
Yeah, right. And you can see your statistics. And also for the first time ever, the statistic isn't did you hit the double 16 or not, but how much did you miss by? How much do you...
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Very cool. So and this hooks up to, you said, any dartboard?
Yes.
So is there a traditional size to dartboards? I mean,
there is an official standard. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, which this product here is our target.
So if you're going to match your product up to a dartboard, you want to make sure that you have the official standard for a dartboard.
Yes.
And what about a lot of people have electronic boards as well? Will this fit if it was an official board that you could have the electronic version for in the house too? Or are you more traditional with you want to make sure it's just a regular dartboard?
Well, electronic dartboards exist to do the very thing because the technology wasn't there to do the score detection. People didn't want to do the math themselves.
Yes.
People, and in an entertainment environment, you wanted that system to happen automatically. Now, with the Omni scoring system, you can do it on a traditional dartboard, which is what I think most people would rather play.
I'm with you. I do not like the electronic boards either. It's hard to get the darts to get in there. I always feel like I'm straightening the ends of the plastic tips because they break off and things. I prefer traditional darts as well. So
yeah. We support both.
Cool.
We make darts products for soft tip darts, as you're describing, and steel tip darts.
Yep. So let's say you and I were to play a game in our house or wherever we're at, we can do that as well, correct?
Yeah, this is a home product designed for home use. Well, it would work in a commercial venue just fine.
Okay. Very good. And I can just play with anybody around the world. Is there a waiting in the app right now of people wanting to play a game so you could pop in and say, hey, Marlo, I want to play a game against you right now?
Yeah, there's a lobby. You just go into the app, set your game up, 501, double out, first of 5 or whatever.
All right.
People can come and join you. Let me show you how this works.
Yeah, let's make it so. So, James, can you talk a little bit? Do you have like competitions, leagues, anything along those lines?
This is something that's very much in development, and there's 2 ways we want to do it. First of all, we want to be a platform for people who already have their own darts leagues, their own tournaments, their own cups, whether it be at home or in commercial venues, and give those people the admin tools within our app to recreate that in the application. And secondly, we're going to create our own leagues, our own tournament events. Who knows, there might be the next Luke Littler that comes out of one of those.
Yeah, that would be great, right? So, all right. Let's play some darts.
Okay.
For the Tech Ranch, I'm Marlo Anderson.
For those of you just joining us, we're following along with Marlo Anderson as he tours the convention floor at CES in Las Vegas. On the consumer front, Marlo interviewed 3 companies participating in AARP's collaborative space that showcases technology targeted toward older individuals and seniors. The first company has developed an AI home health companion to help individuals stay in their homes longer. Then he interviews Thinky and their technology to help exercise the brain, followed by a reimagining of classic games like Scrabble and Life to make them more fun and accessible as we grow older.
And here we are again at CES. Jacob is joining me now. We're part of Jacob is part of the Age Tech Collaborative here at AARP. It's quite a collaborative in here, isn't it?
Truly is.
Yeah, it's really, really cool. All these tech companies have come together to talk about age-related type of things. And Jacob, you represent a company that I think is unique in this space too. So tell us a little bit about that.
Absolutely. We've created a conversational AI companion named Monica that sits within the home to help older adults live safer, healthier, more independent lives as long as possible. But what really pioneers in is what's known as machine hearing. So we listen to the sounds within the home, whether it's the sound of your vocal cords when you're speaking, sound of your gait, your footsteps. We take actions based on those sounds heard. Along with the suite of other things you see here, we're able to collect 70 plus different biomarkers each hour.
So I see Meet Monica on here. I see this cube right here. So what is the difference between like this and like an Alexa or Google Home?
Absolutely. So what we really focus on is chronic condition management. So we're able to detect the early onset of conditions such as PTSD, anxiety, depression, support loneliness, and she truly is a companion. But we're also helping with the carols of the world. So caregivers, clinicians, helping with their operational workflow. And so say it's a senior living facility, their care team, Monica's within the homes of their members, and they're able to have a better operational workflow, seeing their day-to-day health journeys.
More from Marlo in Las Vegas after the break.
And we're back. Don't miss a minute of the Tech Ranch as we explore the cutting edge of tech with Marlo and Steve. For more exclusive content, visit thetechranch.com.
Welcome back to the Tech Ranch. We're following Marlo as he tours the convention floor at CES in Las Vegas.
So you're able to converse with Monica?
Yes, she truly is a companion. Oh, really wants to get to know you.
Okay. And on top of that, you were talking about like you monitor steps and all of these type of things. So, for example, let's say I had Monica in my house for a month, right? And I'm always walking up or through a room where Monica's at, right? And then one day I'm not walking like I normally would. Would Monica actually pick up on that?
Yeah. So the sound of your gait, your footsteps.
Yeah.
All we need is 3 footsteps, and it's like a fingerprint. So we're able to tell if you're shuffling, if your steps a little off. As you age, as you begin to have the onset of certain conditions, your footsteps and your pattern of steps will change.
Very interesting. So what other markers are there then that would, and what other things do you pick up on? I mean, is this a scenario where you might see early onset of Alzheimer's or dementia type of scenario?
Yes. So we're able to detect the progression of dementia by over 94% accuracy using multiple ways. So we're able to detect the pattern of your vocal cords, whether it's shimmer, stutter, things along those lines, your footsteps, and your day-to-day cognitive decline, whether you're having conversations with her about a memory that you had when you were younger and that slightly begins to change or begin to detect the progression that way.
So if I have, a mother or a father or whatever, maybe still at home as opposed to in a facility, would this be something that would give me a little peace of mind to keep my mom, have a companion in the home? And then on top of it, I have 2 questions here, I guess. Would it notify me if it notices something is not quite right?
Absolutely. Currently, we're working B2B. So as I mentioned, with large hospital systems, city social services, senior living, private home care providers. I'm going to go B2C in 2026. But yes, so she would alert you. We're able to track the whereabouts throughout the home using heat body sensors. So if say you're going to the bathroom more frequently, it's something outside your normal routine, that could lead to an early onset of a UTI, which further down the line, if not treated, could lead to a fall risk or other problems. And Monica is able to detect that based on your current health trends and how it's evolving over time.
So I would imagine that I hear about this a lot, and the privacy issue with this, right? So do people, because they give up a little extra privacy in order to stay at home longer? I mean, is this kind of the give and take that goes on here?
So privacy is super important to us. And we're originally from the UK. We're now here in the US. So we are GDPR certified, which is very stringent. There's no cameras involved, just body motion sensors. And there's no background reporting. So she's only listening to her wake word, which is Mandan. So when you say her name, other than that, she's never listened.
Okay. That's interesting. So is this available on the market here in the United States right now?
It is, yes. Currently it's B2B,
right.
Trying to go B2C in 2020.
Right. So you're working with healthcare providers, in-home care type of scenarios. And then if something does go amiss in the household, then those people who are professionally trained would be notified, is what you're saying right now.
Absolutely. So they get the system. Once they have the two visitors, they put it into their members' homes. We help them with their operational workflow. They can see on the grid how all their members are doing, who might need help that day, so they have a better understanding of their health on a day-to-day basis.
This is very interesting. I'm going to stay tuned for more about meeting Monica sometime in the future. So from Beck TV, or edit that out. For Beck TV, this is Marlo Anderson. All right, thank you. Why is it I'm always messing up? I'm used to signing off with the Tech Ranch. So for the Tech Ranch, I'm Marlo Anderson. So still hanging out in the Age Tech Collaborative, brought to you by AARP right here at CES. And just wandering by, and Mike caught my eye. I'm a rhyming fool today. What can I say?
Well, thank you for showing up.
Yeah,
at our booth.
So I love your name, by the way. So Thinky.
Yep.
And why are you in the Age Tech Collaborative?
So we're a part of the Age Tech Collaborative. We do a brain training, brain exercise system.
Okay.
So we have been working together with not just the senior living industries. We have also started to sell this generally since about 10 weeks ago. It's been out there. So it's been great so far already today. A lot of people have showed up. They've been excited about what they've seen, what our system can do. So it's been great meeting people.
So tell us a little bit about Thinky.
Yeah. So Thinky is we have a sensor.
Okay.
I'm just going to take this off.
All right.
So just to show.
You're wearing a sensor right here.
Yep.
Okay.
So this very lightweight sensor, it actually measures how much you're thinking. So it's been proven that when you think more, there's going to be more blood flow in this part of your brain called the prefrontal cortex. So that
You're not kidding with me right now, are you?
No, I'm not making this up.
This seems incredible.
Yeah, so what the sensor is doing is that it's measuring blood flow in that specific part of your brain.
Okay.
We have brain games that you can play while you have this on, and it's going to show you exactly how much you're thinking during that time.
So for people, the first thing that comes to mind is I have staff. Can I find out who's actually working and who's not? Is that true?
Well, so I guess it's meant to exercise your brain. So it's not really an indication of how smart you are.
All right. Or if you're actually working or not.
Yeah. So,
you might be thinking, you might be daydreaming, you might be doing all this.
Well, if something is too easy for you, your brain might be a little, less stimulated.
Okay.
Compared to people who really need to think hard to do something.
Okay.
So if you're playing a game, an easy game, and if it's not challenging enough for you, it's probably not going to be stimulating my brain that much. But the cool thing about thinking is that once it knows that it's too easy for me, it's going to go up in levels, meaning that it's going to continuously challenge me.
So, and as you are more and more challenged, that increases blood flow through this or by the sensor there.
Yes, that's what it's measuring.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see how it works.
Sure, definitely. So we have an app that works either on Android or iOS. So if you have an iPhone, iPad, or a Samsung tablet like this, anything, it will work on it.
Okay.
So as you can see here, I'm going to be playing one of these brain games that are developed by a neuroscientist. So these are proven to work for your mental speed, processing speed, memory, concentration, all that good stuff. I'm just going to choose a game here. And during this calibration phase, I'm just going to relax. Try not to think too much.
Okay.
So I'm going to close my eyes and be really quiet for 10 seconds. Now, I see these 3 symbols on top. I'll try to tap all of them that I see on the grid and try to do it as fast as possible. So, do this. So once I'm thinking, it knows, I can tell that I'm thinking hard because I see this color bar changing on the top. So the one cool thing about our product is that it's really real time, meaning that you will instantly see whether something is stimulating my brain or not.
Interesting.
More from Marlo in Las Vegas after the break.
Thanks for staying with us on the Tech Ranch. Let's rejoin Marlo and Steve as they guide us through the fascinating world of technology.
Welcome back to the Tech Ranch. We're following Marlo as he tours the convention floor at CES in Las Vegas.
So just imagine like going through a book of crossword puzzles thinking that it's good for you, but you never really know because you don't, until now, you didn't have this. But this way, it's really, it's obvious that something is either working for me or not. So after I finish this game in about 7 seconds or so, I'm going to get a score which indicates how much I was thinking. So all the games are between 60 to 75 seconds long.
Okay.
So just about a minute. And every time I get a score like this. So technically speaking, I can get everything wrong, but still score high as long as I'm thinking hard.
Gotcha.
But obviously, if I'm trying to do something right and fast, it's obviously going to challenge my brain more.
What's the high score? Like 100 or?
Yeah, I rarely see anything over 100, but 30 is actually just okay.
Okay.
Not too bad.
Well, you're being challenged right now because you're trying to talk to me at the same time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's
yeah. So I know this is fun, and I'm giving you a little bit of a bad time because it's clever and cute, and I see all kinds of applications. But on the serious side of this now, my thinking is like, if you have somebody that has dementia, Alzheimer's, those type of things, is this something that can help with that?
So we're not a medical device. Okay. It does not diagnose nor cure anything.
Okay.
It's being positioned as a general wellness product. But we have studies saying that even after a couple months of using Thinky, your brain age will go down by an average of 3.6 months, I think it was, even after 3.6 years after a couple of months of use.
Interesting. I know I have read and talked to people as well that talked about how important it is to have the brain active.
Yeah.
Right? And this seems to be a great way to doing that.
Exactly. So the whole purpose of Thinky is that so whenever, you think about, I want to stay sharp, I want to forget less things, I want to focus better while I'm at work, all those things. And there are puzzles that you can play, but as I said, there's really no way for you to tell whether it's working for you or not. So we're really unique in the sense that it's being visualized in real time. So you'll be able to not just motivate yourself by actually seeing it, but having the scientific backing that having the visual feedback does actually help you stay sharp.
Is your product available for sale?
Right. Yes.
Okay, it is.
It is available to the general public. If you go on our website, you can buy it. At the same time, we're also looking for affiliate partners where we can work with. Think about sports gym trainers, occupational therapists, or clinics, whatever, who have people who may be a good fit for our product. We are really looking forward to working with those companies or facilities because we know that we can do something cool with this system.
It's very clever, and I really appreciate the time today.
Thank you so much.
For the Tech Ranch, I'm Marlo Anderson. As we continue through the Age Tech Consortium Collaborative, I guess it is, right? Yes, thank you. I guess consortium is probably not the greatest word to use. I guess it kind of works, right? Many of us have played Yahtzee, Scrabble for many, many years, and that's kind of the problem, isn't it? For many, many years now, I don't see so well anymore. got all these kind of age-related things going on. Ted, you have a very interesting solution to these classic games.
Yeah, so a couple of years ago, we signed an agreement with Hasbro to reimagine all of their iconic board games for older adults. So reimagine them, make it more inclusive, more fun, easier to pick up and see, as you said, or read the cards. And so we didn't, we went to older adults and said, what are the issues that you're having? Why aren't these as much fun? What are the problems? So all of the features that we have in all of our games have been, asked by older adults for us to sort of modify anyway, Matt.
Gotcha. So what games have you changed?
Yeah, so we just launched our first 3. So they've been out for about a year and a half. So our first one is Scrabble Bingo. So it's a 3-in-1 version of Scrabble where you play regular Scrabble, but then 2 shorter version games, because we heard from older adults sometimes it takes a little too long. So, those games take about 10 or 15 minutes.
Okay.
Incorporate bingo, and then the other Scrabble game is a card with 5 rows. You play like for the 5 lines versus a big long game. And then Game of Life Generations, which is the game of life. But our sort of approach to it is you go through life. You're either greatest boomer, Gen X, Gen Z, or millennial. The things that happen to you through life are more appropriate to your generation.
Yep.
So for instance, if you're the greatest generation, you lose your job, which happens. You pick up a card, it says, congratulations, you beat the streets, you get out there, got a job, collect $200,000 from the bank. If you're a millennial, you lose your job, you pick the card, it says, decided to take a year off, move to your parents' basement, pay $5,000 to the bank. So we pick on every generation equally. And then probably our most popular game has been Trivial Pursuit Generations. And we heard about Trivial Pursuit is one, folks felt like there weren't any questions for them. And 2, it was really small cards, really small writing. So we increased the size of the font on the card, but every card has a question for the greatest boomer, Gen X, millennial, and Gen Z on every card. So if it's a fitness question, there's an appropriate question for your generation. So you're all playing the same game, learning from each other, and it really helps bring people together to play it.
That's pretty clever. It's really clever. So what has been the feedback so far?
Yeah, so really been loved, and we're here at the show, and we're launching our new version of Yahtzee, which is called Yahtzee Slots.
I've noticed it's crazy popular. Everybody wants to play this game.
Yeah, people are walking by and ready to pull the arm. And it's just one of those things that people love. And my parents are in their 80s, and my dad loves the slot machine. He just does. It's just one of those things. So we've added sort of the regular, for the Yahtzee lovers, it's still Yahtzee, but there's a little bit of chance when you pull the wheel, which is super fun. We have a version of Taboo that we just came out with that not only incorporates the words you can't say, but an acting component to it. So our idea is, let's get older adults really excited and having fun. And through that engagement, there's a lot of health benefits that happen, whether it's the connectivity part of it, or as with our companion pets, the part that really helps them with loneliness, isolation, depression, Alzheimer's, dementia.
That's kind of, I'm sure everybody's wondering, why am I interviewing you about Scrabble? That's that's right. But you have companion pets, and this was actually your first product, and that's probably what drove you to see us in the first place.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So, 10 years ago, we launched this brand on Insights, and we're around a toy so we were at Hasbro, part of the toy company. My team and I, and we were looking for new markets and new channels, ways that we could, bring something new to market, leveraging what Hasbro's brand had. And there was this product that was intended for 4 to 8-year-old girls back 25, 30 years ago. And about 20% of the reviews were mom not buying it for the daughter, but buying it for an older loved one.
Interesting.
And the reviews would make you cry, and it's really beautiful. So we leaned into that and found out 2 things. One, there's real need for interactive companionship, because loneliness and isolation are becoming these epidemics in older adult life. And so really, companies focus on the fun, joyful, playful side of aging.
More from Marlo in Las Vegas after the break.
If you have any questions or want to suggest topics for future shows, visit thetechranch.com and send us your thoughts. You can also listen to past episodes and watch exclusive interviews not featured on the radio show. Be sure to follow Marlo and Steve on social media by clicking the links at thetechranch.com. Until next time, keep exploring the world of living with technology. The Tech Ranch.
You could make the argument that anybody who took any amount of photos at all probably paid more in the day for film and processing than you do for your whole bill right now for your cell phone smart device. So,
And certainly you just didn't take as many pictures.
So what do you find yourself taking pictures of now that you would have never taken pictures of before?
Well, first, let me tell you what I still would not do. I do not take pictures of the food I'm about to eat so that I can text it out or tweet it out to the world or X it out to the world, whatever.
So I occasionally do, not very often, but I mean, if it's something special, I do. And I'll tell you why I take pictures though, because I know you've seen me take pictures of food. Alice, however, her following that she has on Facebook is because of
food.
And one food in particular.
Oh, I don't know.
Shrimp.
Shrimp.
So she does other food things too, but when we're traveling, she's always taking pictures of her different shrimp things. And I'm always amazed when we're out in public. You know, of course, I have a lot of people that come up to me or whatever, but the people that come up to Alice are always like, hey, how was that shrimp at blah, blah, blah? And I'm like, and it's becoming more and more common all the time. So she has developed a shrimp following. So you can't say that it's not a thing. I take photos of food because I'm on Google Maps.
Yeah.
I forget what it is. I am oh my goodness.
Influencer.
Sure. But no, not in this instance, but they, why is it? I can't remember it is. But anyway, when you're in a place, you take photos of inside the place and like what they have for dishes and stuff. And then you post them up. So people, when they're looking at, you know, do I choose this Mexican restaurant over this one? Those photos will help them choose, when you're on like or on Google Maps making that decision. And they give me points and stuff. There's a couple people in our community that Susie Marie, for example, she does a lot of that type of thing too. I mean, she has like, I forget how many views of her photos, like 80 million views. I have like 41 or 42 million. Not that matters to me a whole lot, although I find it funny when I post a photo and then it'll show you a chart about the engagement you have on these particular photos afterwards. You know, I have some photos that have been viewed over 1 million times.
Okay.
And it's a picture of food. So there you go. Just sharing that with you.
So maybe I'm going to have to rethink my plans for this.
I don't know. I don't think you have to rethink it at all. It's just a matter of...
You don't want the competition.
That's right. I do not want Jim Stillrum running around taking photos of food and competing with me now. But I think each person can do their little thing. But what else in the photo space that you would have never dreamed you would be taking photos of that you do now?
Oh,
maybe?
You know, because of my, because of the way my vision has gotten to be over the years of my life, I now take photos of instructions that are too small to read on packaging, and then I just expand the image of it, and that way I can read it. You would have never done that back in the day. You would have gone out of your way to find a magnifying glass, right, or some other way to.
So take a look. That was exactly where I was going to go to. So I'm glad you beat me there. You know, another thing that's interesting with that, right, is that have you ever like taken a picture of a serial number? Like you have a computer you need some work on or whatever, and you need this serial number, and this is, I guess, my world with computers, but anybody would have this issue, and it's been wore off a little bit, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You can still take the photo, even though you can't see them, because you can take it into filters, and sometimes if you add a little more contrast to it, or just any of the filters, all of a sudden those numbers pop off of that. So,
sure.
That's another nice little feature with the phones we have nowadays. Have you taken any night photos at all?
Yes, and it's amazing the light filtering that is in today's average cell phone camera.
When you were using a DLR or any type of phone or any type of camera 20 years ago, did you ever try to take pictures of the night sky?
Supertalk 1270.
Welcome to January 11th on the National Day calendar. Today we're toasting a nutritious staple and diving into the joys of personal interests.
It's National Hobby Month, a time to explore and embrace activities that bring us joy and fulfillment. Hobbies are more than just pastime. They offer opportunities for learning, creativity, and relaxation. Whether you're picking up a new skill or diving deeper into a long-time passion, dedicating time to hobbies can enhance your overall well-being and provide a welcome escape from the daily routine. This month, consider trying something new or dedicating a little extra time to the interests that make your heart sing.
I like biking, hiking, smelling my books. I like drawing, painting, cooking for one. I like sewing, knitting, smelling my book. I like napping, waking up, and talking like Gandalf.
And the interest that makes your heart sing this month is your birthday.
It is, and my favorite hobby is traveling.
And you're going to combine the two at the same time.
Yes, and I'm leaving right after this.
That sounds amazing. Where are you off to?
Colombia.
Oh, my goodness.
It's going to be great.
You have to check out the milk there, will you?
What?
Yeah. Because milk has been a cornerstone of nutrition for centuries, providing essential vitamins and minerals that support healthy bones and growth. On National Milk Day, we celebrate this versatile beverage that complements our meals and enriches our diets. Whether enjoyed in a glass, poured over cereal, or used in cooking and baking, milk plays a vital role in our daily lives. Today, let's raise a glass to this nourishing drink and appreciate its contributions to our health and cuisine.
You're a milk drinker, aren't you?
Mostly almond or whatever, but you should be so excited. I got you the most ultimate gift to celebrate today.
I'm scared to ask what that is.
Oh, it's lovely. It's the Milk of the Month Club.
What?
Yeah. Every month, you'll receive a different type of milk. It truly is the gift that keeps on giving, LaToya.
I don't even know what to say.
Just thank you is fine.
Oh, I mean, I don't know if that's fitting, but you're...
In all seriousness, LaToya, happy birthday.
Thank you. And as we continue, thank you for joining us on our journey to celebrate every day.
Until next time, keep celebrating.
Women break barriers in ranch bronc riding. New York's pheasant stocking program is in jeopardy and could affect hunters. And Colorado ranchers seek $582,000 for losses from wolves. This is Beck with the Bend Radio Show, your news outlet for outdoors and Western lifestyle. Be sure to tune in Saturday following Ranch It Up on Supertalk 1270.
Supertalk 1270. KLXX AM, Mandan, Bismarck, a Town Square media station, broadcasting from the View Community Credit Union Studio.
ABC News, I'm Dave Packer. Wildfires on the move across Los Angeles County. Firefighters racing today to cut off spreading flames before potentially strong winds return that could push the fire toward the world-famous J. Paul Getty Museum and the University of California. L.A. County Sheriff Robert Luna today.
Currently, we are not performing any evacuations, but that can change at a minute's notice.
The Palisades fire now moving toward Brentwood. It's burned more than 22,000 acres, just 11% contained. Ukraine today saying it captured 2 North Korean soldiers fighting for Russia. President-elect Trump sentenced in his New York hush money trial as the first U.S. president convicted of a felony. No jail time or fines. Judge calling it the only sentence he could impose without encroaching upon the highest office in the land. During questioning Friday, Supreme Court justices signaling support for a law that would ban TikTok unless its Chinese owner ByteDance divests by January 19th. This is ABC News. An incident on the runway at Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport Friday. ABC's Ika Jachi.
At Atlanta's Hartsfield-Jackson Airport, an emergency on the runway.
So there's
fire coming out of the right engine?
Yes, that's what they're showing.
All right, we're going to evacuate on the runway.
A Delta flight heading to Minneapolis suspended takeoff plans due to an indication of an engine issue, according to the airline. More than 200 passengers forced to evacuate the plane. Travelers seen sliding out of emergency doors as smoke visibly billows from the aircraft. 4 passengers suffered minor injuries and 1 was taken to the hospital, with the FAA stating the incident is now under investigation.
And that is ABC's Heike Jachi reporting. South Korean investigators say that the black boxes on the Jeju Air jet that crash landed last month stopped working 4 minutes before the crash. It's a highly unusual circumstance, meaning there's no data from the minutes before the aircraft collided with a structure on the runway. Dave Packer, ABC News.
Give the star in your life the brightest gift in the world. Name a star after them. This is Rocky Moselle with International Star Registry. For $59 and a call to 800-282-3333 or visit starregistry.com, you can name a star for birthdays, weddings, or even memorials. Over 45 years, we have named millions of stars for celebrities and individuals from around the world. The star you name will be recorded in book form in the U.S. Copyright Office. Visit starregistry.com or call 800-282-3333.
My doctor told me my cholesterol is borderline, so I took control with Garlic Healthy Cholesterol Formula. Garlic helps maintain healthy cholesterol safely and naturally. It's odor and taste-free, and Garlic is a world leader in garlic potency. I'm taking charge of my cholesterol with Garlic Healthy Cholesterol Formula, cholesterol's natural enemy.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. The term natural references only the garlic in the product. Use as directed.
Supertalk 1270, Bismarck area weather.
I'm meteorologist Brandon Bormans. It'll be cloudy and blustery today with some light snow showers. High temperatures in the lower 30s. We'll keep those winds around tonight and still a few light snow showers around. Low temperatures near zero. Colder than that though when you factor in the wind. Looking for a great place to live, stay, shop, and play? It's easy to get to Worthington, Minnesota. It's worth a look. Right now, it's 30.
From ABC Sports, I'm Joey Waller. College basketball right now. It's a final. Duke beats Notre Dame 86-78 at Cameron. Cooper Flagg, 42 points. That, a new ACC freshman record for a game. Meanwhile, starting the second half, South Carolina with a 40-34 surprising lead on number 2 Auburn. And USC wins at number 13 Illinois 80-72. Desmond Claude scoring 31. First NFL wildcard games today, 4:30 Eastern, Chargers at Houston, 8 Eastern, Steelers Ravens. Ohio State advancing to college football's championship game, beating Notre Dame 28-14 last night. Tied midway fourth, Coach Ryan Day's club takes over to play for the national championship.
The story of this team is yet to be told. And no great accomplishments are ever achieved without going through adversity.
And a correction, it'll be Ohio State playing in the national championship game, but of course they beat Texas and will play Notre Dame in the final. NBA Rockets Hawks today postponed by severe weather in Atlanta. Interim coach Doug Christie's Kings now 6-0 since he's taken over, rolling last night at Boston.
It all goes to the players. Those guys are absolute rock stars. They went out, they had a game plan, they executed it.
Meanwhile, Thunder beating the slumping Knicks, dominating that New York. Isaiah Joe, a career-high 31 off the bench, 8 of 11 from 3. New York's 4th straight loss, and the Nuggets crushed the Nets. Nikola Jokic and Russell Westbrook, the first NBA teammates ever with triple-doubles in the same game. Elsewhere, NHL matinee as we speak. During the second period, it's the Bruins with a 1-1 tie right now at Carolina. Joey Waller, ABC Sports.
Struggling with back taxes or unfiled returns? Owe the IRS $10,000 or more? With the IRS ramping up enforcement, taxpayers across the country are turning to tax relief helpers. Call 800-885-0622 now. End IRS stress today. Stop collection efforts, wage garnishments, and sleepless nights. Tax relief helpers can help you or your business settle your tax debt quickly and affordably. Call the Tax Relief Helpers hotline at 800-885-0622. That's 800-885-0622. Start your
Offer not valid in all states or prohibited by law. Loans are subject to lender approval. See website for details.
Bills piling up? Rent due? Just need some extra cash to get by? Then you need to go to GetCash.com, where you can get approved for a loan of up to $10,000 in minutes. No need to search through endless loan sites. GetCash.com is one of the largest lender networks. They can help anyone get up to $10,000 regardless of their credit score. Best part? The money can be in your bank account as soon as the next day. When you need fast cash help, go to GetCash.com. That's GetCash.com.
The best weekend talk lineup is on Supertalk 1270. Check out the program schedule at supertalk1270.com and on the free Supertalk 1270 app.
Portions of the following program are pre-recorded.
Welcome to the Tech Ranch, where we explore the world of living with technology. Get ready to take a deep dive into the latest gadgets, apps, and innovations with your hosts, the Guru of Geek, Marlo Anderson, and his trusty co-host, Steve Bakken. Join us on this exciting journey, and don't forget to visit thetechranch.com for even more exclusive content. Now, without further ado, let's welcome Marlo and Steve to the Tech Ranch.
I'm Marlo Anderson, and this is CES.
So we wanted to change it. So we launched the Joyful brand, ran inside of Hasbro for about 4 years, and then spun it out to our own company so that we could focus on it. We sat at all our owners. And, what I like to say is there's a ton of technology in our companion pads we don't ever talk about. It's really the simplicity of it. You don't need to read the instructions. Someone gives it to you. You name the floppy spots, rusty, and then the matches of it.
Very good. So anything else that I missed maybe? Yeah, I've been up to.
I think that's it. We're excited to be here. We're part of the Age Tech Collaborative, AARP. I went through their accelerator program a little less than a year ago, to really explore the next version of our patents. And we've had a wonderful relationship with AARP for many years.
It's been very interesting. Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Marlo gets ready for March Madness with an interactive basketball hoop that helps you improve your game, and visits with a South Korean edutainment company called Rolling Seeds about their new product lines.
All right, so we have a very, very unique product here, I think. And so it's called Hoop.
Hoop.
Interesting name, by the way.
H-O-O-P-E.
Yes. And you've kind of added sensors to a game that I'm sure a lot of people never really thought we'd bring to the digital age.
That's correct.
So tell us a little bit about Hoop.
Hoop is the world's first smart basketball hoop that allows you to train like a pro, track your performance, and play against other users around the world.
So we have a little mini version behind us, right? So is this actually available to the public?
Yes, it's available to the public right on hoop.com.
Okay. But you also have for regular basketball as well. Right?
Yeah, we started with the full-size version for gyms and schools, and then we went mini last year.
Okay. So you have sensors on the rim, on the backboard as well?
On the backboard, yeah, we use radar and LiDAR sensors. We didn't want to use cameras. We wanted to respect privacy in people's homes, so it was honestly 3 times as hard to do it with sensors, but we did the work, and it tracks all your shots distance-wise, and then we gamify from there, so you can play with people around the world.
Interesting. So I just want to go back to somebody who's, a sophomore in high school or something and wanting to improve their game. So, I remember when I was back playing basketball in high school, the drill was basically 50 free throws a day.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
So I'd stand there and I'd shoot 50 free throws. Now, would I get statistics back?
Get all your stats right back to you.
Really?
Yeah.
So it show me how many I made? Does it show me if I'm, when I don't make a basket, what's going on? Will it show me, if I'm going to the left a little bit, it keeps coming?
Yeah, we track trajectory. We give you form correction.
Okay. And then you can just improve. Does it give you suggestions on how to improve?
It doesn't yet, but we'll give you those. We give you basics improvement suggestions like bend your knees, follow through, but we'll start to get smarter and smarter as we collect more data.
Okay. So you can if you're a school or if you have a basketball hoop in your backyard or whatever, you can just add this. And is it an add-on to a traditional board and hoop, or do you buy the whole system?
You buy the whole system. For the big ones, you buy the full pole or wall mounted.
Oh, you do? Okay. Very cool. All right, so now let's talk about this guy behind us here. So what's different with this one compared to the one that we can play in our backyard or house?
So this is the Hoop Mini. It's a mini basketball hoop, a smart version, but it comes with door hooks, so you can mount it over the door, or a wall mount where you can mount it to the wall. And same concept as the big hoop, but you can play with people around the world. You can stream your favorite game shows and highlights, tracks all your stats. But it's really a more fun, lighthearted version of the big hoop where It's still tracking, but not with all the crazy analytics, but still with some analytics.
So you're in San Diego. Yeah. I'm in North Dakota.
Yeah.
All right. So you and I could actually play a game of...
We could challenge each other. There's a multitude of different games. We could do a 3-point contest. We could do course. We could do something we call the daily prize challenge, where we track the most 3-pointers in a row. We could do another game where it's most in a minute. So 1-pointers, 2-pointers, 3-pointers. Whoever has the highest score wins, and we can challenge each other.
So I can say I'm going to bank it off the wall, off the rubber ducky it into the basket, and not quite yet, but soon.
Yeah, we could do something like that.
All right, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And what about, like, you know, in my office, I always wad up paper and throw it towards the wastebasket. Could I do that here too?
It works with any ball, any paper. It works.
So I could put this over the trash basket and
oh yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, we're ball agnostic, so it works any.
All right, very cool. Am I missing anything?
Oh, we're available on hoop.com, and we've been working. We started in my garage in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and 5 years later, we're here selling all around the world. So
that's fantastic.
Thank you guys so much.
Absolutely. For the Tech Ranch, I'm Marlo Anderson.
In this interview, Marlo visits with a South Korean edutainment company called Rolling Seeds about their new product lines.
All right. So, Kevin, tell us your name and who you represent.
Okay, my name is Kevin. I'm from South Korea. I'm representing a brand called Rolling Seeds. And we have come up with a business model. It's for kids and family. It's an edutainment system. You can play games and they can learn things together.
Okay.
So you want to take a look at how it works?
What we'll do is we'll just talk about it first, and then he'll take B-roll later.
Okay.
And then so just explain what the system is. So so you're talking a little bit about that you can use this like in schools,
right? For schools.
So tell me how the process works.
Okay. So I don't really have to explain a lot of things. I'm just gonna show you one.
Okay.
Here. So this is what we call Seeds. And then we have games available for the App Store or Play Store, global Android, or the Apple App Store. We have about 30 different games available. For this game is the phonics game. And then you just guess the correct spelling for the phonics.
Okay.
So it's, I'm assuming it's a restaurant.
Yes.
Maybe it's you. So this how it works.
Oh.
Right. Then we have like different games available here. I mean, if you want to take a look. Let's see.
Is he going on a camera shot?
Fine.
Okay. Yeah.
Fine?
We'll keep you over here.
Okay.
Oh, is he fine? Okay.
It's fine. Okay.
Sorry, keep going.
This one it's called Crazy 8. I don't know if you guys have heard about it.
Yes, I'm familiar with Crazy 8. Yes.
This one, you play with the numbers, right? Numbers, 9. You can change the color if you want. 8. Things like that. And then we have different games available in different languages as well. We support like 20 different languages. So basically, the phonics, the words games, the different games you can learn in 20 different games. I mean, 20 different languages. So, like, if you want to learn French, Spanish,
right,
German,
it seems like a fun way to do that.
Oh, yeah,
actually.
definitely. Yeah.
So you just basically,
yeah.
So you pull these off here, you drop them there, just like you'd be dropping a coin into a bank.
Oh, yes. Just like dropping on the piggy bank.
Yeah. That's very, very clever.
Yeah.
So you have about 30 games. And is this interactive as well? So you and I could play against each other?
Definitely.
Okay.
You're a little tough guy, so it's actually suitable for the kids like 3 to 8 years old kids.
Okay.
And then you can also play with the grown-ups as well.
Okay.
Because there are some of the games are advanced. Something like Rolling Fortune. It's like a Wheel of Fortune type of game. So those kind of games are a little bit more advanced for the grown-up kids to play together. You can use it for the schools and you can use it for the youngs. Edutainment system, the whole thing.
So, are they available in the United States?
Yes, it's available on Amazon. We started selling on last year. So, where we can purchase from $79 to $49, starting from the starter package covers the uppercase. The twin package covers uppercase and lowercase. The family package covers everything, including numbers.
Okay.
More from Marlo in Las Vegas after the break.
Thanks for staying with us on the Tech Ranch. Let's rejoin Marlo and Steve as they guide us through the fascinating world of technology.
For those of you just joining us, we're following Marlo's adventures at CES in Las Vegas.
And do you have a lot of schools that are and I would imagine it's more like a preschool to kindergarten type of thing, right?
Yes.
That would be, this looks amazing for those age of
definitely.
Yeah.
Especially because the kindergarten is a pretty schools. their main themes are learning the languages initially before anything. So it's a perfect way to learn languages because it's tactical, it's fun. You can actually play together. We can provide different games for the apps where we constantly provide the updates to the apps. So by the end of this year, we'll probably have about 40 games available. Yeah.
So you're always developing new ideas, whatever.
Yes.
You ever get any ideas from people? They send an idea in.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Game. Okay.
We're getting so many feedbacks from the existing customers saying that they want this game, they want more advanced game, they want more game for the kids, like so that you can play with granddaughter or something like that. Like, we get a lot of comments.
Yeah. Very, very cool.
Yeah.
So all right. Anything else that I'm missing?
We're looking for the distribution partners. We're looking for strategic investment as well. So if you guys are interested, please let me know.
All right.
Always welcome.
Thank
you so much.
Thanks, Kevin.
Thank you.
For Beck TV, this is Marlo Anderson. For the Tech Ranch, I'm Marlo Anderson. CES, formerly the Consumer Electronics Show, is the largest convention in Las Vegas. And it's massive. When I say massive, the Las Vegas Convention Center, 100% full. The Sands Venetian Convention Center, where we're at right now, also 100% full. Mandalay Bay, their convention center, 100% full. The logistics of putting this convention on is massive.
Next, Marlo stopped by the X-Tool booth to chat about the latest in laser engraving technology.
One of my passions is laser engraving. And as I'm wandering through CES, happened to run across X-Tools. We actually have an X-Tool unit in our office, so we're very excited to talk to you tonight. So why don't you just tell us what laser engraving, how far it's come in the last couple of years. Just tell us some details in that area.
Sure. Thank you for having us here, Marlo. So we're excited to be here at CES. Actually, this is our first time. And I'm the general manager of US market. I'm Stein. So, this engraving been coming so far, but it's not a new thing. It's very traditional technology, but X-Tool was able to actually really bring that to a accessible level. Desktop versatility and make it so easy, hassle-free, people to understand. Cause, people are afraid of laser, right? When you talk about it's a flame hazard, it is dangerous. But how we actually changed it into something as a toy, as a really manageable toy, and make it really creative in people's life. That's the trick. So, we've been doing that for about a little bit over 10 years, but within US, we've been selling in the past 4 years, and we're seeing the industry been booming a lot. And people as they were at the PepCon and they were just joking about it, we are able to get people retire early because we changed the hobby into a business for them.
Sure.
That's the trick. Yeah.
And just so people understand, you're able to take and at home, basically put your name on a key fob if you want, on glassware. It's limitless as to what you can kind of personalize. And you can even cut things with this, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So talk about that a little bit.
Sure. So laser, there's a different type of laser heads, right? In our product line, we have a diode and fiber and also CO2. So depending on what you want to make or craft, you can utilize different laser heads on different material. So those 3 different type of laser can cut through, engrave on embossing on over 1,000 different materials. So
it's really,
wherever you want it, you can actually engrave on it.
Yep.
That vertical industry is unlimited.
And I've taken one of my favorite things is to design, an image and then laser it onto a plank of wood.
Yeah.
It's just so cool. And I know you have some samples of that behind us here that we'll show a little bit, but as a creative person, it really is a great outlet for me to have this tool that I can do these things with, and I think there's a lot of people out there that would love to be able to do this type of thing. And it doesn't have to go to a professional shop anymore. You can do a lot of this stuff at home now.
Yeah. And since you mentioned the image, the great thing about us is there's also hardware and also software. So we've been developing a very systematic, holistic view on the software platform, not only on the creative hub that people can generate things connected with the machine, but also we develop an AI Make. So that's the world's first AI-generated craft design for DIY enthusiasts. So you can literally just type in anything you want. Boom, you have a lot of different type of center any images you want to create.
Yeah.
And so you don't have to be creative to create things. That's the thing. Make it accessible, make it easy to use, and also just bring everything to life.
And I think if you play with it a little bit, let's say you just had something you wanted to put your name on or a friend's name or something.
Yeah.
Once you experience it for the first time, I think everybody's creative.
Yeah, totally.
And when you understand it, then you start to think, oh, what if I did this and this?
Yeah.
So, and that's what X-Tool really, in my opinion, really brings out in people.
Yeah. I wasn't, expert to laser in the first beginning. So I want to show you guys, this is my first artwork, my project, my dog Song WG.
Okay.
I was really proud of what I did, but it's so easy to get it out. Take things out of the box and get set up and do this 30 minutes. That's it.
It's incredible. It really is. So do you have any new things that you're introducing here at CES?
Yeah. So, on the CES, we did kind of wanted to emphasize one of the most, innovative products, what we call M1 Ultra. So it's a 4-in-1 craft machine. So not only it can do the laser engraving cutting, but also impacted with the plate cutting, inkjet printing, and also pen plodding. So you can actually use the AI make we just mentioned on wood and just color, print it, then cut into different puzzles.
Yep.
So it utilize different applications into one machine that's right there behind us. So that versatility and accessibility really provide people with a massive applications. So you don't need to just buy different devices and switch from this one to another. And this is such compact unit. You can literally just put it on the desk. That's it.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, Stein, I really appreciate it. It's been a pleasure having you on the show.
See you, same.
And for the Tech Ranch, I'm Marlo Anderson.
You're listening to The Tech Ranch, where technology comes alive. Let's dive back into the conversation with Marlo and Steve. And don't forget to check out thetechranch.com for more.
Welcome back to the Tech Ranch. This next interview is one of the most interesting things we've ever showcased at CES. Marlo gets a haircut. Here's Marlo and Ben talking about Wahl's new line of consumer clippers and trimmers.
I know everybody's probably wondering why I'm getting my haircut at CES. Ben has been so gracious to say, hey, dude, you need a haircut. I've needed a haircut for quite some time. So, Ben, first of all, thank you for doing this.
You're welcome, Marlo. You're welcome.
And I'm really curious why Wahl, you got yourself a challenge here. I've taken one hair and I've cleverly weaved it across the top of my head. So I hope you can continue that tradition for me.
Yes, my plans is to have you looking great, bud. Looking good.
So why is Wahl here at CES?
So Wahl is here. We have some new products that we are putting on display.
Okay.
One of our products is the Wahl Color Pro. So this makes it easy for the home user to cut hair. Everything is color coded. For example, on our color combs, just say if you want a 3/8 show on the side, you look at your clipper. Now you've got your number 3 on the side.
Okay.
So it makes it easy for the home user. Also, it saves time and money too for the home user. Well, I'm a professional barber, but to say if you wanted to do your haircut at home, all these little comb attachments, it make it easy for you, easy use for you.
And you're actually going to cut my hair with this now.
I am.
Very cool.
Yes.
Okay.
So on the side, we're going to start out with a number 6 on the side right here.
Okay.
Blue comb.
So you just match it up to the color?
Match it up to the color.
Okay.
3/4. I'll get over here where the camera can see.
I see a lot of hair coming off my head.
It is. It's going to look nice, but look nice. Look nice.
You know, there's always this relationship between a barber and its customer, right?
Yes.
Yeah. We don't have that relationship yet, so you better be kind to me here.
You're in good hands. I've been cutting hair since the age of 13.
Oh, my.
My uncle and cousins were barbers in Nashville, Tennessee, and I fell in love with the trade. I've been with the Wahl Clipper Corporation since 1999, so I am their Wahl Master Barber. So I've been with the company over 25 years at Wahl Clipper Corporation. I travel all over the United States to different shows doing this and letting people know about how easy it is to cut hair.
That's
Wahl
incredible.
Clipper product.
Do not look at the crowd for me. And everybody's hollering at you to shave my head right now. Yeah.
Well, this is so this is going to be a makeover for you, Marlo. A nice makeover for you. I'm doing a technique now, clipper over cone.
Okay.
Which, professional technique. I'm not using attachment cones.
Gotcha.
I'm doing blade over cone.
Gotcha. Okay.
Blade over cone.
So do you have other products that you are introducing here at CES?
Yes, we have Wall Clipper Corporation. We make animal clippers as well, pet clippers.
Okay.
We make beard trimmers for goatees and beards.
Okay.
Also, we have a line of wet goods. When I say wet goods, beard oils, beard softeners.
Okay.
Also, we make shampoo products, a hair clipper company, and we go beyond to make other products.
Talk about your animal clippers for a little bit. I didn't realize that Wall made animal clippers.
Oh, yes. Actually, we make a pet clipper. This pet clipper right here is the Pet Pro.
Okay.
So it's for all dog coats. Basically, you're going to get your attachment combs as well, but the motor is a little bit more powerful in this one because we're dealing with animal clippers.
Sure.
But the blades are very sharp. But yeah, our animal clippers, they come with everything you need in the kit.
Is it similar? Is there a system like for your animal as you were showing a system for human hair?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. In this kit right here, you're going to get your 1 through 4 comb.
Okay.
Just say if the animal's coat is thick, you would probably do like between a 2 and a 3 to shave it down.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Very nice. Very nice.
And we also make for dog nails a grinder for pet nails.
Oh, not for mine.
Yeah.
Hey, I got a toe right now. I'm telling you.
Oh, my gosh.
Maybe more information you wanted to know. I broke a toe a few years ago.
Oh, my God.
Toenail just will not grow back right, you know.
Oh, wow. Sounds painful.
Yeah, it was. Still is a little bit. That's right. People are still wanting you to shave my head off. I don't understand.
No, you got a crowd checking you out.
I got a person that's walking by that's saying he wants me to have a hair just like you. Yeah. So how many years have you been at CES here?
Actually, this is our first year at CES.
Okay.
Our first year.
Very nice.
We're having fun.
That's great.
Yeah, we wanted this booth to attract people because this is something new. And we wanted to offer a good service to the people here.
So I know you're doing haircuts for people who are just lining up to do them. Do you have any idea what the number of haircuts you're going to give over the 4 days here?
Over the 4 days, we're expecting, I think right now you're like number 8.
Okay.
So for the 4 days, you're probably expecting, probably 35 people a day.
Okay.
Or more.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So probably a couple hundred anyway. That's pretty amazing. So has everybody been excited so far to get their haircut here?
Yes.
Wow. So it sounds like you're doing something different again.
Yeah, we wanted to offer something different, cause a lot of companies, is just viewing. We wanted it to be interactive.
Sure.
Interactive.
How old of a company is Walt?
We opened up in 1919.
Wow.
Yep, over 100 years old.
That's amazing.
Over 100 years old.
That actually tickled a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Laughing. It's amazing what I'll do for an interview, everybody. So glad you're joining in. So any innovations coming down the pikeway that you could share with us?
One thing that we're working on, it's been out for a while, was just battery power, lithium-ion power.
Oh.
So, lithium-ion power to make our tunes run longer and faster.
Okay.
Lithium-ion power.
You know, you would never think that there's a science behind hair cutting, but there really is.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I love cutting hair. I love having conversations with people. Getting a haircut is like therapy, but it's like therapy.
I can about imagine the things you've heard.
Oh, I've heard all types of stories.
Have you counseled people with marriage problems? And
I've done it all.
Have you really?
I've done it all. I've had guys who are going through divorces and, crying in my chair, and I've had people with medical problems as well.
Oh, sure.
I've gave a few people their last haircut because of cancer.
Oh, my.
Yeah. And as a barber, some people say it might sound strange, but I go to the funeral homes and cut hair for their last haircuts. I've been doing that for a long time, but
that's actually a very special thing.
Yeah, I do that for the families. That gives the families closure as well.
Sure. Sure.
They want their loved one to look nice during the viewing, so that's what I do.
Oh, now I'm going to smell good on top of it.
There we are.
Right. It's a total transformation.
Total transformation. Thank you, Marlo. Thank you for your time. Thank you, sir.
I really appreciate it.
That was fun. That was really fun.
I appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. For the Tech Ranch, I'm Marlo Anderson.
Welcome back to the Tech Ranch. We're thrilled to have you with us as we continue exploring living with technology alongside Marlo and Steve.
Do you need your glasses to hear? If so, Marlo's next guest has a deal for you. Xander has developed self-captioning eyewear for the hard of hearing.
Very good. All right. So my wife would wake up in the morning and she would always say, I'd start talking to her and she'd go, wait, I got to put my glasses on so I can hear you. And when I'm walking by your booth, I'm thinking that exact thing. And I always laugh because what good does it do to put glasses on so you can hear me better, right? Well, and I would have never dreamed in a million years that this would actually would be true, but it is. You have really come up with something very clever and unique here. So tell us about Xan.
Sure. So Xander, our company, makes smart captioning glasses that do exactly that. They are listening to speech. They're transcribing that speech as a text, and they're projecting the text out in front of you at about 3 feet away so that as you're looking at someone who's talking to you, if you're wearing our glasses, you can see real-time captions of what they're saying, superimposed right next to them. So what we say is, if I can't hear what you're saying, our glasses can help me see what you're saying.
That is absolutely incredible. You know, and I can't imagine the kind of stories that you have already received from people who these absolutely have changed lives, haven't they?
They have. You know, not only individuals, but also their caregivers and their spouses. So, for example, we have worked closely with a veteran who was in the Marine. A veteran in the Marine Corps who went to serve our country, a hero, and came back severely disabled, and felt like he had no purpose, no connection. His wife saw him deteriorate. When he got our glasses, it's like he got his purpose back. They got their relationship back. She says that we saved their marriage. Because it used to be that she would talk to him and he'd be like, what did you say? What did you say? And she'd be like, never mind. And that was becoming more and more of a problem with them. But when they got the glasses, I say they got the glasses because it was really for both of them. She's like, I'm back. Like, he has a life. He's tutoring kids down the block in math now. Like, it's like they transform not just his life, but his wife's life as well.
So, and I'm just going to give you some scenarios here. You know, when I'm home, which isn't a lot anymore, when I am home, I go to coffee with, I have a couple of guys I get together with in the morning, and we're loud and obnoxious and all this other stuff, right? If I'm looking at you, does it only pick up the sound that, you know, like you and I are talking, even though there's a lot, like even in here at CES, right? All this exterior noise going on. Does that give the glasses a problem?
The thing we've learned about testing and working with like thousands of customers is that you never know what you want to listen to. So the glasses are really just listening for what is the loudest, clearest speech around me, and I'm going to capture that.
Okay.
That could be the person right next to you.
Yep.
But if it's a quiet room and somebody's 20 feet away and the speech is audible, the glasses will capture that as well. Or you could be 3 feet next to me in a really loud bar and it's not going to get anything. So it really depends. And it's so hard to predict the world around us. That's interesting. The best world.
Never really thought about it. What about like TV and movies and things like that? I mean, has this changed how people view like going to the movies with your family?
So movie captions are still going to be the best because you got descriptions in the captions.
Yep.
You have things like, scary music playing and creepy running. We're not going to be able to caption those things.
Yeah.
We have worked with the Museum of Science in Boston to put transcripts of their movies. They have Omnimax movies and things like that onto the glasses because they found it's a better experience. If you're in this huge Omnimax theater or a planetarium, And everywhere you look is, space and comets and planets. If you need captions, they give you a little tablet device that you hold down by your knees when the world is around you. And so they're testing our glasses because it allows them to look everywhere at this beautiful screen and then get the captions of the narrator wherever they're looking. So that's been the best case of using our solution in the context of a movie theater is something like that, where it's really game changing for the experience.
Right. So, but overall, right? I'm not trying to. I feel like I'm giving you a couple of very, very niche type of examples, right? But there's no doubt that being able to see what other people are saying to you for many people across the world is just life altering. And
we met an audiologist and her patient. He was so severely hearing impaired, he qualified for a cochlear implant surgery, and he just didn't want it. He did not. Another veteran who's been through enough. I don't want brain surgery. Please don't let me do this.
Right.
He puts the glasses on, and then they start having a conversation because she's talking to him and he's answering back. When their conversation used to be her writing 3 words on a erasable whiteboard and showing him, and then he can answer back. And she says, "Do you realize in the 12 years I've known you, we've never had a conversation?"
Wow.
He's like, "This is amazing."
Yeah, it really is. So, Alex, I'm curious about Xander. Why Xander for the name?
So when we were naming the company, we were looking at the landscape of hearing technology. And there's a lot of tech-sounding names. And I don't want to list them all, but if you look at hearing aid names, they're all very techy. And then you juxtapose that with the people who are using them. And you're like, these are not techie people. Why are they being sold like technology? They're trying to be sold use solutions. And so we wanted our company to be a friend. We wanted our company to have like a first name so that we could be a friend to our customers, because the biggest impact of hearing loss isn't not being able to hear. It's the isolation and loneliness that comes from not being able to communicate.
Yeah.
So we thought, what if our company could be a friend? So we're looking for first names. And we actually got inspiration from Alexander Graham Bell. So Bell's wife was deaf.
That makes sense.
His mother was deaf.
Yeah.
And he spent a lot of his career trying to help integrate deaf people into society. He taught lip reading. He taught speech therapy. So that was really his passion outside of inventing the telephone. So we think that he would be just tickled by our idea.
It's a great name.
Yeah.
So that's absolutely. I love the history of that. So, and these are available to anybody right now?
We've been selling for a year now. They're available on our website. If you're a veteran, you can talk to your audiologist at the VA, and any veteran who qualifies can get them for free through the VA. Those are our main paths to success right now.
All right. Well, Alex, thank you for changing the world. For the Tech Ranch, I'm Marlo Anderson.
You're listening to the Tech Ranch. I'm Chris Van Deventer. More with Marlo Anderson after the break.
If you have any questions or want to suggest topics for future shows, visit thetechranch.com and send us your thoughts. You can also listen to past episodes and watch exclusive interviews not featured on the radio show. Be sure to follow Marlo and Steve on social media by clicking the links at thetechranch.com. Until next time, keep exploring the world of living with technology. The Tech Ranch.
Supertalk 1270.
This is Outdoor Issues with Neil Roberts and North Dakota Game and Fish Outreach Biologist Greg Gullickson.
With 2024 behind us, let's take a look back at fishing for the year, Greg. It seemed to have a lot more highlights than low.
I would agree. As soon as that ice came off, boy, we did have some great fishing opportunities. Lake Sakakawea was kind of up and down. Devil's Lake continued to prove to be a strong fishery out there. We hover right around 400 lakes that the Game and Fish manages across North Dakota, and many of those are small prairie lakes that just popped up basically within the last decade. In fact, there's lakes that people are telling me, have you fished Lake X yet? Well, I got to get on the computer and see where that is, look at the stocking reports. A lot of great information can be gained by that, but again, just the early start of the hard water season now, and some of the reports that I'm hearing is there's been some pretty good ice fishing already across the state. It's getting to the point now where we're starting to be able to drive vehicles out there, take those nice warm ice shanties out there, and I'm looking forward to some great ice fishing. Now that some of those hunting seasons are behind me, I got to claim back a pretty good chunk of my pickup once I took the archery stuff out and my upland game hunting stuff out.
All right. Hey, we'll talk more about that ice fishing outlook when we come back.
Let Skydancer Casino and Resort be your destination for entertainment and gaming. Get ready for an unforgettable evening with country music star Joe Nichols on Saturday, February 15th, 2025. Known for his rich, traditional country voice and timeless hits like Tequila Makes Her Clothes Fall Off, Sunny in 75, and Gimme That Girl. Don't miss this chance to enjoy an incredible night of chart-topping hits and heartfelt performances. Also coming in 2025, mark your calendars for a chance to party with one of the most influential names in hip-hop and crunk music, Lil Jon, who will be performing outdoors on August 9th. Then get ready for Tracy Byrd in November. Get your tickets now at SkydancerCasino.com. While at Skydancer, savor the finest certified Angus steaks at Fire's Edge Steakhouse. The vast dinner menu offers an elevated dining experience and a relaxed atmosphere. Our full bar has top-of-the-line liquors, wines, ales, and stouts for your choosing. With 98 guest rooms in our tower and 48 lodge side rooms, scenic views and elevated amenities await your arrival. That's Skydancer Casino and Resort, where the sky's the limit, near Belcourt, North Dakota.
Talking ice fishing as we get into 2025. And Greg, what is the outlook?
Looks pretty good. One thing that really affects a lot of our fisheries, especially some of those marginal fisheries that are susceptible to winter kill. We haven't had that really thick ice. We haven't had that heavy blanket of snow. So far, so good as far as dissolved oxygen and able to get out, access those lakes, get around on them. It looks to be a great year for ice fishing in 2025 in North Dakota. And I'm looking forward to a few nights in the fish house and a few trips to some different lakes. I've already been up to the Turtle Mountains, and don't overlook that, Jim. There's over a dozen lakes up there that are some really good fisheries.
Good stuff, Greg. And hey, that brings this report to a close. Until next time, I'm Neil Roberts.
You've been listening to Outdoor Issues, brought to you in part by Skydancer Casino and Resort, where the sky's the limit. And by Minot's Best New Burger, Rocky's Burgers, Franks, and Fries, opening November 18th.
Talk of the town. Local, interesting. A lot of things going on with flood insurance in the Bismarck, Mandan area, and some things you need to know concerning the Missouri River, and some changes that have taken place. And, well, are you even going to be able to get flood insurance? Community events. Home Builders Association Parade of Homes going on. Started yesterday. We'll get the update on that as well this weekend on Supertalk 1270. Community organizations. FC Bakken along with Sarah Kelsch from the Bismarck Cancer Center. But I want to talk about the mission and where the mission has gone for those that are served that are dealing with the cancer fight. What's going on in our community? That's Talk of the Town on Supertalk 1270. If you missed the show, check out the podcast on demand on the Supertalk 1270 mobile app.
Talk of the Town thanks our sponsors: Big Boy, Dakota Pharmacy, Benchmark Mortgage, Trademark Realty, Silver Ranch, and Runnings. Talk of the Town with Steve Bakken, Monday through Friday, 9 to 11 on Supertalk 1270 and the free Supertalk 1270 mobile app.
Imagine only charging your phone once a month. Wouldn't that be something?
That would be.
You know, so you're not at, I mean, to me, the ritual when I go to bed every night is my watch comes off my wrist, goes on the charger, and I plug in my cell phone.
Yep.
You know, and I know a lot of people have the wireless ones. I haven't been a fan of, I mean, I use the wireless for my watch. I don't have a wireless charger on my bedstand for my phone. I don't know why that is actually, but
I used to, but I gave it up.
I think I did too, actually.
You know, it just, I would find that there were times that it wasn't charged, and it was like,
you know what? You're right, because if it's not setting on there just right, then it won't charge properly. You're right, and that at least with the plug-in, you know, you can see on there that it's charging and ready to go. So I think that's probably why I didn't do it too. So. I know a lot of people do that, but anyway, you know, that ability to charge your phone once a month, and maybe the watch that I'm wearing, I mean, maybe this is a once every 3 months type of scenario. Mm-hmm. I mean, that would be absolutely incredible. And it changes everything, you know, so I think it's really interesting that these things are coming out. You know, and the other thing is if you're okay, maybe there's a nice, you know, type of scenario here where the battery size, like in your phone, is only 1/4 the size that's required right now.
Sure.
Okay. So maybe you only charge it once a week instead of once a month. They'll probably figure out what's that great point, because with less battery in your phone, because the battery is probably one of the most significant things in your phone. Mm-hmm. So what's possible in your phone that they can't do now because they can't fit it in there, right? I mean, I think this really expands the possibilities. And the same might be true as I'm thinking about electric cars. if the battery doesn't weigh as much and you get as, but it's the same power, right? So if it's 1/10 the size, but it has the same storage of the battery that's in there now, you will still go further because the weight of the battery is so significant in these cars. So it's really interesting, I think.
Yeah. Have you noticed any kind of data on what the recharge time is for these batteries? Because to me, that's the bigger issue.
Yes. So great question. And my guess is that it's probably going to be a little longer, but because you're putting more energy into them. But it might be, and I'm looking here right now, I guess, and I'm not seeing that. I'm just reading through this thing real quick. But like high capacitors can hold energy as well, and they've been working on using high capacitors for battery storage as well. And those things, I mean, if you have a high cap in your phone, for example, it charges in like 15 seconds. But it also doesn't hold a charge as long, so you can charge it up quickly, but it also doesn't hold the charge as long. So I'm sure there's some give and take, but my phone right now, I mean, if I plug it in at night, I mean, I woke up this morning and at 2:00 or whatever, and I looked at my phone real quick, like the idiot that I am, and because you should never really do that, because then I get answering emails and everything else at 2:00 in the morning. That's a really stupid thing to do. But it was already 100% charged.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, if it charged in a 6 to 8 hour cycle, just sleeping overnight, and then you got, a week's worth of use out of it, I would be okay with that.
Yep. As long as you can plan for it.
Yes.
Because to me, that's the biggest detriment to an EV right now for myself is I can go to the gas station with my truck and be full in 5 minutes, but I don't necessarily have the time to charge the EV that I'm going to be driving.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't?
I haven't told you my story about sitting in LA overnight trying to get my car charged. So yeah, it actually happened to me. So it's the charging scenario on cars is significant because we don't have the infrastructure in many places for it yet, including the places that should.
This is the Pet Minute. I'm Steve Dale. Spotting pain in cats. Next. Beringer Ingelheim Animal Health wants you to know that your dog can be at risk of heart disease. By screening for a heart murmur, abnormal heart rhythm, or heart enlargement, your veterinarian will be able to diagnose and possibly treat these signs earlier. There are medications that can help delay the onset of congestive heart failure or manage the symptoms of heart failure once diagnosed. Talk with your veterinarian to see if your dog is at risk and schedule that ever-important annual exam. Early detection is best. Pain in our cats is surprisingly common, says Dr. Tammy Grubb.
When cats reach 6 years of age, 60% of cats have some osteoarthritis pain. And our seniors greater than 12, 90% of those cats have some osteoarthritis pain.
Talk with your veterinarian about a new drug called Silencia that does help combat pain from osteoarthritis. For the Pet Minute, I'm Steve Dale.
KLXX AM, Mandan, Bismarck, a town square media station, broadcasting from the View Community Credit Union Studio.
ABC News, I'm Dave Packer. California Governor Gavin Newsom today doubling the number of National Guard deployed to the wildfire zone in Los Angeles County. LA County Sheriff Robert Luna.
We have roughly 400 National Guard members deployed around the region that are assisting.
The fast-burning Palisades fire growing, now threatening Brentwood. Over 22,000 acres charred, just 11% contained. CAL FIRE Chief Todd Hopkins.
Damage inspection teams have been in the field surveying properties. As of this morning,
It's confirmed 426 homes have been destroyed.
President-elect Trump sentenced in his hush money trial just 10 days before he takes office as the first U.S. president convicted of a felony, avoiding jail time or fines. The White House says President Biden today spoke on the phone with Pope Francis and awarded him a Presidential Medal of Freedom with distinction. It's the nation's highest civilian honor and the only Presidential Medal of Freedom with distinction that President Biden has awarded in his presidency. This is ABC News. Donald Trump spoke out Friday at his sentencing for falsifying business records, blaming the justice system for what he called a political witch hunt. Despite his conviction, Trump avoided punishment due to his presidential immunity, with Judge Merchan granting an unconditional discharge. A music legend well known for his work in the 1960s has died. We have more now from ABC's Brian Clark.
Sam Moore was half of a definitive 60s duo. He partnered with Dave Prater to form Sam and Dave, responsible for hits like Hold On I'm Coming and Soul Man. The two enjoyed their most success in the 60s. They split in 1971. Their music enjoyed a renaissance when John Belushi and Dan Aykroyd re-recorded Soul Man as the Blues Brothers. Moore and Prater were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1992. Moore's publicist says the 89-year-old died Friday in Coral Gables, Florida. Brian Clark, ABC News.
And I'm Dave Packer, ABC News.
Give the star in your life the brightest gift in the world. Name a star after them. This is Rocky Moselle with International Star Registry. For $59 and a call to 800-282-3333 or visit starregistry.com, you can name a star for birthdays, weddings, or even memorials. Over 45 years, we have named millions of stars for celebrities and individuals from around the world. The star you name will be recorded in book form in the U.S. Copyright Office. Visit starregistry.com or call 800-282-3333.
My doctor told me my cholesterol is borderline, so I took control with Garlic Healthy Cholesterol Formula. Garlic helps maintain healthy cholesterol safely and naturally. It's odor and taste-free, and Garlic is a world leader in garlic potency. I'm taking charge of my cholesterol with Garlic Healthy Cholesterol Formula, cholesterol's natural enemy.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. The term natural references only the garlic in the product. Use as directed.
Supertalk 1270, Bismarck area weather.
I'm meteorologist Brandon Bormans. It'll be cloudy and blustery today with some light snow showers. High temperatures in the lower 30s. We'll keep those winds around tonight and still a few light snow showers around. Low temperatures near zero. Colder than that, though, when you factor in the wind. Looking for a great place to live, stay, shop, and play? It's easy to get to Worthington, Minnesota. It's worth a look. Right now, it's 28 degrees.
From ABC Sports, I'm Joey Waller. College hoops today. Number 4 Duke beats Notre Dame behind a record game from freshman phenom Cooper Flagg.
To the left, Knipple. Cooper on the baseline. Turns around. He's got the record. 36 for Cooper Flagg. 75-58.
Flagg's 42 points. A new ACC freshman scoring record. 11 of 14. Shooting overall, 4 of 6 from 3. That's Blue Devils radio during their 86-78 win. Right now, second half, Texas Tech 46, Iowa State 37. UConn up at Georgetown 35-31. Cincinnati a 31-30 lead on Kansas, and Memphis in front of East Carolina 39-24. Auburn escapes at South Carolina after trailing much of the way 66-63. USC wins at number 13 Illinois 80-72. First NFL wildcard games this weekend, 4:30 Eastern, Chargers at Houston, 8 Eastern, Steelers Ravens. NBA Rockets Hawks today postponed, that by severe weather in Atlanta. Interim coach Doug Christie's Kings now 6-0 since he's taken over, rolling last night in Boston.
More than anything is the belief. I think that they begin to believe in themselves, and that goes past coaching. Now it's something that they own, and when they walk onto the court, when they are in any arena, they believe that they have an opportunity to win.
Amid those wildfires, Lakers coach J.J. Redick and family evacuating their rental home in Pacific Palisades, losing all their possessions.
You really get a sense of just the communal destruction. And I got back to the hotel, and, you know, of course, my wife and I are emotional. I'm not sure I've wept or wailed like that in several years.
NHL in the third, Bruins up 2-1 at the Panthers.
Struggling with back taxes or unfiled returns? Owe the IRS $10,000 or more? With the IRS ramping up enforcement, taxpayers across the country are turning to tax relief helpers. Call 800-885-0622 now. End IRS stress today. Stop collection efforts, wage garnishments, and sleepless nights. Tax Relief Helpers can help you or your business settle your tax debt quickly and affordably. Call the Tax Relief Helpers hotline at 800-885-0622. That's 800-885-0622. Start your...
Offer not valid in all states or where prohibited by law. Loans are subject to lender approval. See website for details.
Bills piling up? Rent due? Just need some extra cash to get by? Then you need to go to GetCash.com, where you can get approved for a loan of up to $10,000 in minutes. No need to search through endless loan sites. GetCash.com is one of the largest lender networks. They can help anyone get up to $10,000 regardless of their credit score. Best part? The money can be in your bank account as soon as the next day. When you need fast cash help, go to GetCash.com. That's GetCash.com.
Now you can listen to Supertalk 1270 on Alexa.
Hiya.
Find out how at supertalk1270.com.
Goodbye.
Portions of the following program are pre-recorded.
Welcome to the Tech Ranch, where we explore the world of living with technology. Get ready to take a deep dive into the latest gadgets, apps, and innovations with your hosts, the Guru of Geek, Marlo Anderson, and his trusty co-host, Steve Bakken. Join us on this exciting journey, and don't forget to visit thetechranch.com for even more exclusive content. Now, without further ado, let's welcome Marlo and Steve to the Tech Ranch.
In this next segment, Marlo interviews Victor from Friendify to discuss the company's new AI chatbot. Then he visits with the team from Xtool, makers of laser engraving devices.
So I'm with Victor. We're talking a little bit about loneliness, and you wouldn't think that loneliness would actually be a tech thing, right? But it's not. Really, when you think about it, but there are solutions to tech, and I think you have come up with something. So why don't you tell us a little bit about it?
Yes, it's called Friendify because we're on a mission to enable everyone to have at least one healthy relationship.
Okay.
So, people might have heard about the fact that the U.S. Surgeon General declared that we're having a loneliness epidemic. And, if you feel lonely, it's kind of like smoking or having diabetes. It's actually a disease. It affects your morbidity, mortality, healthcare costs.
So you feel that that's happened because of the pandemic that we just went through and people just haven't really...
I don't think it helped. Yeah.
I'm sure it didn't help. Yeah.
I think probably like social media, people are like online a lot and like plus COVID and
and people do need to have this interaction, right? I mean, it is important for people.
Yeah, and actually, even social media, like, depends on how you use it. Social media can help. And we're a texting-based solution, so like you can alleviate loneliness. You can have social connections through texting as well. You just kind of like have to put in the effort. And actually, the research shows that the people who are most lonely are younger people, like Gen Z.
Interesting.
As well as older people.
Right.
Usually middle-aged people aren't as lonely.
Right.
Middle-aged people are like, leave me alone.
Kind of have to. Yeah, you're right. I mean, we just deal with it, right?
Yeah.
All the time. So tell me a little about Friendly. How does this work? How do you alleviate loneliness with your tech?
Yeah, so with Friendify, so it's friendy.fi.
Okay.
So with Friendify, what we're doing is we train an AI model. So we have our own model that we train to be a good friend. So there's a lot of AIs out there that are good assistants, like, the AI that's behind ChatGPT, for example, or like, Google's got Gemini. Everybody's got these assistant AIs now, and it's almost like a commodity, and they're all basically the same now. It's very easy to go get some questions answered, summarize something, write an email.
Yeah.
But none of these things make very good friends. Like, for example, you might ask your friend, so what do you really think about the election or something like that? And you'll have an interesting conversation with your friends.
Yep.
And you can have a heart-to-heart. You can share your opinions. Now, have you ever tried asking ChatGPT?
All the time.
About ChatGPT's political opinions, for example?
Well, very, very non-committal.
Yeah.
I mean, there is, I even asked it the other day. I took a picture of, our home team was playing in the national championship.
Okay.
And we were, of course, North Dakota State, the Bakken, right? And we're, I took a picture of the board. I have no clue how a sports book works, right? I took a picture of it. And then I asked ChatGPT, how would you bet on this?
Okay.
It won't gamble.
Yeah.
You know, so, and I'm just asking how, just an opinion, how would you do this?
Yeah.
Wouldn't give it back to me. And this would be something that I would talk to you about.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
So this is the point I'm getting at. It won't give you that.
Yeah, you get like, as a large language model, I'd have no opinion.
That's exactly
Go
right.
make a real friend.
Yeah, exactly.
So we have to custom train the Friendify AI to actually be a good friend, which means it needs its own opinions and experiences and things like that, just like a real person. So we actually call her Farah.
Okay.
So a woman's name.
Yeah.
And Farah's modeled after a 30-year-old woman living in San Francisco who works as a librarian.
Okay.
Yeah. And you can talk with her. You can, here at CES, you can scan the QR code, sign up for the demo, try it out. This is a demo you can actually take beyond CES. You can continue talking with Farah after you go home, and you can wake up at 2:30 in the morning and be like, I need somebody to talk with about the nightmare I just had.
Gotcha.
And Farah will text you back. And yeah, the thing is,
it's a texting platform
yeah, that's how we're launching. I mean, eventually we'll have other interaction modalities, and because it's just texting, through iMessage or Android messages or whatever, but you can just use the built-in functionality on your phone if you want to speak into it, if you wanted to read messages out loud. But it's super accessible, anybody with a phone can text.
Yep.
So we want to be able to help, low-income people, for example. A lot of problems with healthcare are actually what are called social determinants of health. Have you heard of that?
Yes.
Yeah, so these SDOH factors or social determinants of health, they have a really big impact on people's quality of life and healthcare costs, but people don't realize that they're healthcare problems. Like, for example, you might tell your friend that you're worried you're going to get kicked out of your apartment because you haven't been able to afford your rent for the last couple months, and you're going to be homeless again.
Right.
That's a huge problem.
Right.
You probably talk with your friends about it.
Yeah.
But who actually realizes that's a healthcare problem?
Yeah.
And actually these big health insurers, the government requires them to budget for these problems, and, have social workers and try to keep people housed, try to arrange medical transport. If, people can't afford to fix their car, that means they're not going to any of their health appointments.
Right.
Their healthcare costs probably going to go up because they're not getting preventive care.
Right.
These are all actually healthcare problems, these social determinants of health. But people just think of it as my problem, right? They think of it as something you would talk with a friend about. So that's where Friendify comes in, right? When we engage with people day to day, we're talking about politics. If somebody's complaining to their friend about their wife.
Exactly.
Whatever you talk with your friend. Yeah.
Had a terrible time with golf today. My goodness. Yeah.
Whatever you talk with your friends about. But then these things will come up. Like can't afford to fix my car, or I'm having thoughts about self-harm, and these things pop up where it's hey, actually this person needs some additional support. They may not even realize that support is available. So we're like a healthcare trained friend.
Right. So if I wanted to use Friendify, how would I do that?
Yeah, so this is specific to CES, but at some point it'll just be on our main website. If you go to friendy.fi.
Friendy. Yeah. I just want to make sure. So spell that out.
Yeah. FRIENDI.
Okay.
.fi.
Okay.
Friendify.
And that is actually the name of the domain.
That's the entire website. Yeah. You can email me, Victor @Friendify.
I love that. Yeah. Yeah. So you go there, you can sign up for the service. There's a little bit of, we'll put the QR code up for everybody so they can see it on their screen. And, if you want to take advantage of that, just hit the QR code right now and, talk to,
her name is Farah.
Farah, that's right. That's right. I should know that. Farah Fassa was a...
it's funny, we actually, it was originally an acronym.
Okay.
So we're hey, AI's done really good.
Yes.
Research published about how they think that ChatGPT's answers are more empathic than a doctor's written answer.
Yes.
Doctor doesn't really have time to be oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. So we're AI is at a really interesting place to be able to create these empathic relationships. Let's create a fully autonomous relational agent. FARA.
Interesting.
Yeah. But then as we started using the technology and training the technology more and more, we were actually, you can't really trust it 100%. Sometimes it says something it really shouldn't say.
Right.
And we're talking about older adults. We're talking about helping autistic young adults as well. We're talking about people who might have suicidal ideation, other medical conditions. We really don't want to screw it up. So we actually have human reviewing of what the AI produces for safety and empathy. Yeah. So at this point, Farah is not an acronym anymore. It's just a woman's name.
Very good. Very good. Yeah. Well, Victor, I appreciate the time today. I really appreciate it. For the Tech Ranch, I'm Marlo Anderson.
And we're back with the Tech Ranch. Get ready for more amazing tech insights from the guru of geek, Marlo Anderson.
Marlo interviews the team from Wonder, whose suite of cameras can help you find the little wonders of nature in your own backyard.
Happy. So yesterday at CES, we had a great opportunity to visit with Alexander with Bird Buddy, right? And then he started mentioning about some of the other products that Wonder has put out. So we appreciate that you gave us some time today to talk about what else you have going on here, Tom.
Super happy to look. Bird Buddy was our prime and starting product, and we've been doing that for 4 years, and now we're super happy. We feel the time is right. We feel bold enough that we go broader. The mission was always connect people with nature and help nature compete for our attention, and started with birds and now going to all the nature around your home, not just birds. So now all the bees, butterflies, flowers, all of that, addressing and giving them a chance to compete for our attention.
Well, so that's interesting. So I have 100 questions, of course. I'm sure you're going to answer a few of these, but, you have some flowers and things behind. It's a beautiful display, by the way.
Thank you.
And your idea is that you have created a series of cameras that will capture, much like Bird Buddy does with birds, that now we can watch bees or flowers or whatever. Right?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. That's the whole idea. The whole concept is to have like a small, tiny camera. You see it here. Okay. Seamlessly blends in nature. Yeah. Nature inspired. It's like a small flower, like a tulip. Yeah. With a leaf, solar powered leaf. And wherever you point it in your garden or in your yard, right? It will tell you something about nature. The camera will capture images and videos and then deliver them to your phone via the mobile app. And in these images, I will be equipped with fun facts. Maybe a little bit educational or playful content. But most of all, we will be able to interact with the plants. Artificial intelligence nowadays is so strong. We have developed it into what we call nature intelligence. And the idea is that you give a plant or a flower or a butterfly a personality. They can tell you, oh, dude, my soil is dry. You haven't watered me for a week. It gives you a little bit of a reminder. Or a butterfly comes by and tells you, the season is coming. I have thousands of my friends coming over next week. Be ready, you can ask butterfly.
That's kind of cool, actually, yeah. And all solar powered?
Yeah, all solar powered. We've been having really good experience with the smart bird feeders. Solar powered ones last like for a month, or even throughout the whole summer.
Wow.
Not having to be charged.
That's amazing.
So the little cameras are going to have an even lower power consumption, a very small footprint in terms of power requirements. So we hope, solar power is enough.
So like with Bird Buddy, if a bird visits the feeder, for example, it'll take some couple great photos and send them to you. Will that happen when a bee visits the flower? And
exactly. And thanks for asking this question, because actually you might already have very beautiful flowers in your backyard, like native plants, attract native bees, native insects, right? Or if you don't, or if you want to create a little bit more of a stage, besides the camera, we're launching also what we call Wonder Blocks. All these blocks that you see, it's a modular set to build little shelters for nature. Little shelters
So you have like some ladybugs and things on the top here, right? So are you saying that you could coach me to plant a couple of plants that would attract ladybugs to that space?
Exactly. That's the whole idea. The whole idea to teach people how to first recognize these beautiful little wonders of nature, right? It's the wonders of nature, and then take care of them. And with taking care of the small little wonders, you take care of all the nature around your home. You take care of the ecosystem, of the biodiversity. And also it's a deeper meaning to it all. If you see, you appreciate. If you learn, you appreciate. One more thing, you can give names to your bees or to your plants. You make a connection.
Are you telling me that the AI in there will be able to recognize? Because I probably wouldn't be able to tell the difference between this bee to this bee.
We're trying to do that. So with bees, with birds, we're already doing this.
Of course,
birds,
yes,
right?
That's easy.
And the idea is
just
to go for it. It's easy, quote, right?
But are you actually with birds trying to go so far that you can tell the difference between different robins, for example?
Yeah, that's the thing.
You are.
That's the thing. Yeah,
that's
not just the species, but the individual bird. Yeah, we are. We actually are. We are. The first version of that is already out. You can already name your bird.
So I could have Pop visiting
exactly
here anyway. I notify me all these
Chase, sparrow.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
And now you're going to do this one.
We would like to do the same. Yeah. I don't know. You might not believe it, but plant lovers already named their plants. It's already happening.
We have a couple in our yard that we have names for. Yeah.
So no, and here making it even more personal, even closer, even more accessible.
Yeah.
For people who maybe are not used to this, or bringing it closer.
So in this setup right here, okay. I mean, you could have this one for ladybugs. Could you have? Is the idea behind this that you'd have an area for butterflies then, and they're just small? Exactly. As opposed to a whole garden, you can just have this modular one built just for butterflies, for hummingbirds, all of this? Really?
Exactly. The idea is, look, you might live in the countryside where where space is more affordable, or you already have a nice yard, or you might just have a balcony in the suburb or in the city, and you might build a small little haven for nature, right there. And you could do, here is the like a bug hotel, for example.
Oh, okay.
Here is a bee feeder, a bee hotel.
I see.
This is a butterfly feeder,
okay.
Sponge.
Yeah. Very interesting. And these products are available already, or you're introducing them this year?
Thank you. The bird feeders, we've been doing that for 4 years, and here we are announcing them. Okay. The next step is going on Kickstarter in a couple of months.
Gotcha.
Okay? Also, we're announcing a strong cooperation with Kickstarter. We did that before. We know how to do it. So this is like, all these are prototypes. The final shape and form will be designed with our community. Okay. When we go on Kickstarter, we ask the people those who already know how this should look like to give us a hand. Right? And we shape it together with them. So the promise is going in spring to Kickstarter, and then probably in a year or so, deliver them to the market.
So I'm assuming then that this is a research and development project here at CES. You're getting some feedback from people.
Exactly.
And have you had good feedback so far?
So far, fantastic feedback. We're super excited already from a couple of days before when we had the journalist briefing, started all the major releases online there. So it's going really well. The feedback is really good.
I think the other thing that's interesting about this is that, not everybody's a big bug fan. I'm telling you right now, I'm a little bit following that. Although I am very careful around bees and things. Hornets, I don't care for those buggers. But anyway, this probably is an educational process too about the value of these bugs in our environment, right?
Exactly. So true. It is, help people notice is the first thing. This wonders. We're speaking about wonder, because we are elevating also the name of the company, brand from bird body into wonder. Okay, this is our next step. This is the big thing. It's the big vision, right? Coming to life. And this little wonders nature already exists. We doesn't notice them, right? So we have them first notice, then teach a little bit about that. The more you know, the more you appreciate. It's like sports. If you know how difficult it is, you're gonna, wow.
Exactly.
Right? So similar here, right? So you appreciate it, and on top, if it's yours in your garden and you are taking care of it, it also makes it more personal.
Yeah. So great idea, Tom. I wish you all the best. And, I hope that you have a great show here in the series.
Thank you very much for visiting us. Appreciate that.
You bet. Thank you.
Thanks.
Tom. And for Beck TV, this is Marlo Anderson.
You've returned to the Tech Ranch, where technology is our passion. Let's jump back into the conversation with Marlo and Steve.
And we're back, everybody. Yes, that's ChatGPT talking to Nick and I. ChatGPT, you've been helping us over the break. What were you just talking to Nick about?
Everyone, welcome back. Nick and I were just discussing differences between the pro version and the regular one of a product or service. It's always good to know what extra features or benefits you might get.
So we're actually referring to you, ChatGPT. What's the difference between a paid version and the free version? For example, do I get this as I'm talking to you? Would somebody else get this same feature if they had a free version?
With the paid version, you typically get more features and benefits compared to the free version. For instance, with the paid version, you might experience 1. Faster response times, less waiting for replies. 2. Priority access to new features or updates before others. 3. Advanced features, like this voice conversation feature. In the free version, Some features might be limited or unavailable. So, if you're enjoying this conversation, it's part of...
So ChatGPT, Nick is kind of a jokester, and he's told me a few Oli and Lena jokes in the past. Can you tell me an Oli and Lena joke in the Scandinavian accent?
Here's one for you. So Oli and Lena were driving to town when they saw a sign that said, "Clean mess rooms." After 5 hours, Oli says, "Lena, I think we cleaned enough restrooms. Maybe we should find that store now, yeah?"
Thanks, ChatGPT. Nick, you got any questions for ChatGPT?
What's the cost difference?
The cost difference between the free and paid versions can vary depending on the plan or subscription. Usually, the paid version might be a monthly or yearly subscription, offering different tiers with various features. For exact pricing, it's best to check the provider's website for the most up-to-date information.
So I pay $20 a month for this version over the free version for ChatGPT. So,
what's the difference between you and Microsoft's
Copilot?
Great question, Nick. The key differences between me, ChatGPT, and Microsoft's Copilot are purpose and integration. Copilot is integrated into Microsoft 365, helping with tasks like writing emails, creating presentations, or analyzing data within that ecosystem. ChatGPT is a more general AI that can handle a wide range of questions and tasks across various topics. 2. Functionality. Copilot is designed to work seamlessly within Microsoft 365 apps, offering suggestions and assistance tailored to those specific tools. ChatGPT is more of a conversational AI, helping with diverse queries, creative writing, and general knowledge. 3. Contextual understanding. Both are good at understanding context, but Copilot is optimized for business and productivity tasks, while ChatGPT is more versatile in everyday conversation. So it depends on what you're looking to do.
All right. Any other questions for ChatGPT, Nick? All right. Thanks, ChatGPT. We're going to sign off now with you.
You're welcome, Marlo and Nick. It's been great chatting with you both. Feel free to reach out anytime. Take care.
Wonder how long before Google comes out with something like that.
So Google has Gemini. So if you go to gemini.google.com, if you have a Google account already, a Gmail account like most people do, you can actually just go to gemini.google.com and utilize it. Although you will find significant differences in those AIs as well. We were just talking about that in the office this week, and we found that, when we were working on different projects, it's like Gemini forgets things. You start talking about something, and 4 or 5 minutes later, it's forgotten what you originally were talking about, So it's really interesting that way. Getting back, this is really cool, Nick. Bring in ChatGPT. Hey, ChatGPT, we're back on the Tech Ranch with Nick and Marlo here. So, hey, I want to, one of the things we're talking about with retired people is, when you're thinking about what to have for dinner some night or whatever. So I want you to, in my refrigerator, I have some milk, I have some eggs, I have some peppers, I have some cheese, cottage cheese, some bread, and some jalapeno peppers. What can I make with that? And it's thinking. Did you get all that, ChatGPT? I'm not sure if it's actually responding right now. So generally speaking, it would give me some ideas. Like I would be able to make an omelet, and then it would actually tell me how to make the omelet. So if you're ever wondering what you can make with what you have in your refrigerator, for example, it will actually give you ideas. I mean, that's just a cool thing. The other thing with it that I've really started to use a lot lately is like right now I've been doing a lot of work around our house, right? And like, the last couple of days I've been working on the seals around our garages, right? Our garage doors. So I'll take a picture of like this broken piece, plastic that's part of the seal. And then I'll ask it, how do I repair this? And it'll look at it and go, oh, this looks like a seal for your garage. And this is the type of part that you need to fix this. And then it'll show you or tell you the steps to repair it. It's crazy.
Oh.
If you don't know what kind of fruit is on a tree, you take a picture, put it in ChatGPT, it'll tell you what it is and when it's ready to eat, or if it's poisonous or not. Or you can take a picture of a snake and the same type of thing. If you're in a situation where you need to, this is life-saving technology, everybody. If you don't know how to do CPR, for example, and you come across somebody who looks like they're on the ground gasping for air and you need to do CPR, it'll tell you exactly what you need to do to administer CPR to somebody. If somebody's choking, how do you do abdominal thrust or the Heimlich maneuver? I mean, these are things that in an instant can help you when you're out there. That's why I don't even have a problem paying the $20 a month, Nick, because it's such a tool to have in your arsenal of things on your phone. And we'll be back.
Welcome back to the Tech Ranch. Let's get back to discovering the latest in technology with the guru of geek, Marlo Anderson.
And we are back with the Tech Ranch, Nick Ressler. And we've had quite the conversation today, Nick. So it's been more fun with you than Steve. Steve and I think sometimes we hang out too much and we don't know what to talk about anymore. So this has been great. You're in a chili cook-off or something?
No, I just like chili.
Oh, well, okay. So we were just talking, of course, ChatGPT. So you have me curious here now. So hey, ChatGPT, Nick is looking to enter a chili cook-off. And he has a standard recipe that he likes to use. What kind of extra ingredients do you think might be really interesting for him to add in this chili cook-off so he can win it?
Awesome, Nick. Adding a unique twist to your chili could give you an edge. Here are some interesting ingredients to consider. 1, dark chocolate or cocoa powder. Adds depth and richness to the chili. Coffee or espresso. Enhances the umami flavor and adds a subtle complexity. Smoked paprika or chipotle peppers. Brings a smoky flavor and a bit of heat. Bourbon or beer. Adds depth and a unique flavor profile. Unusual meats, like venison or bison, for a gamey taste. Trying out one or a combination of these could make your chili.
Thanks, ChatGPT. So there you go. The coffee thing. And what I love about that, right, is it tells you how it's going to bring out or enhance the flavors of what's in there already, right?
Yeah.
So.
And the two things I can't have.
Yeah, chocolate and coffee.
Way to go, Chat.
But there you go. I mean, it's interesting.
Should chili have beans in it?
You want me to ask ChatGPT this? All right.
Most people say no.
All right.
Good chili does not have beans in it.
Waiting on Chat. All right, ChatGPT. Nick has a question for you.
Should chili have beans in it?
Some chili purists argue that traditional chili shouldn't have beans, focusing more on the meat and spices. However, beans are a common ingredient in many chili recipes, especially in certain regions. If you like beans in your chili, go ahead and...
Go ahead, Nick.
What type of beans should you add?
For a chili cook-off, you might want to consider using these types of beans. 1, kidney beans, a classic choice They hold their shape well and absorb flavors. 2. Black beans. They add a different texture and a bit of earthiness. 3. Pinto beans. Creamy and flavorful, they're a staple in many chili recipes. 4. Cannellini beans, also known as white kidney beans. They offer a mild flavor and a smooth texture. Mixing a
All right, there we go. I guess we're just sharing this with you. No, we're not a cooking show right now. We are a technology show, but we're giving you examples of what you can use ChatGPT for or other AIs. I know this is what I have on my phone, but you can use Gemini or whatever on yours. And we were talking about over the break too, taking pictures of things, right? So you don't know. I'm just using this as an example. You're fixing something. You don't know how to fix a screen on a window, for example, right? You can take a picture of it, let ChatGPT look at it and say, hey, that's a screen and it looks like you have a hole in it. What would you like me to do with this information? And then you'll say, well, I'm looking to fix this. And it'll give you options on how you can go about fixing that screen. So you don't know what kind of grass you have in your yard and you're going to buy grass seed. Take a picture of the grass and it'll tell you. Don't know if the berries that are growing on the ornamental bush in your yard of your brand new house, if you can eat them or not, it'll tell you this. Take a picture and it'll identify the fruit that's on there. So these are things that I think you can use in everyday life. So
wild.
Yeah. It goes on and on and on. I'm telling you right now, Nick, I have probably tripled my production at work here in 2 years because of AI. I mean, I don't even think anything about having to write a contract anymore. I mean, I don't even stress over it. I mean, it's like, back in the day, I had to write an NDA for something or an agreement on something or get an attorney involved. Those minor things, not that attorneys want to hear this, but I think most of them would rather do big work anyway. You can just have ChatGPT do these day-to-day things that you want. You're buying a house. We were talking about this last week or maybe this week with Steve and I. You can scan take pictures of the documents or if it's the PDF that you're sending over to you to buy a house, for example, and you can say, hey, pretend that you are me buying this house. What is in this contract that I need to be concerned about? And boom, 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 here you go.
Wow.
Here's some things. Here's, the warranty on this car that you're buying. Says 50,000 miles on everything, but not on the ignition system. It's only 12,000 on that, so these are the things that'll bring out to you that you'd never catch in 50 pages of legal documents, so this is why I think this is so good for people.
I use the phone a lot for photos.
Okay.
Working on something, take a picture of it. Especially like if you're taking something apart.
Yes.
You put it back together.
Yeah.
Take pictures of it.
Do you use it like a magnifying glass sometimes too? Have you done this?
Oh, yeah.
This is a real easy trick, everybody.
Yeah, serial numbers.
Yep. Yep. Can't really see them.
Yep.
So then, and if they're wore off, have you done this too, where you can't, like some of the numbers are rubbed off a little bit or something, and you start playing with the filters on the phone, right? So the serial number at the very end, especially on those paper ones, they kind of get rubbed off a little bit. If you put a contrast filter on or something, all of a sudden those numbers come off the paper.
Oh.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So that's another thing. What else in the photos area? We got a minute left. So.
Oh, you just, different things that mostly, if I'm working on something.
Okay.
If I'm going to go to the hardware store and get a certain screw, take a picture of it, or my son's coming over from Bismarck.
Yep.
Hey, stop at Menards and get me a box of these.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
He's got the exact picture and everything. Walks in, I want a box of these,
There are so many shortcuts, right?
Oh, yeah.
It just makes your life so much easier. Yeah. Yeah. Well, Nick, it's been great.
Good.
You and I haven't had a conversation for 2 hours in a long time.
Yeah.
It's good that we were able to use the radio time for that, I guess. So, if you have any questions, anybody, just hop on to techranch.com and send us your questions, and we'll try to answer them on the air. Nick, we're going to try to get that video up on the Tech Ranch's website too. Okay. And I'll be looking for that, everybody. And until next time, Nick, it's been a pleasure. Stay safe, everybody. Stay away from those scams, too.
And that's a wrap on another fantastic episode of the Tech Ranch. Remember, if you have any questions or want to suggest topics for future shows, visit thetechranch.com and send us your thoughts. You can also listen to past episodes and watch exclusive interviews not featured on the radio show. Be sure to follow Marlo and Steve on social media by clicking the links at thetechranch.com. Until next time, keep exploring the world of living with technology.